Oh my god. Please tell me that wasn't there the whole time. Oh my gosh, Chipotle played me. Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. This is going to be my first impression and wear test on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Stick. I've had this for a while and I've been wanting to try it so bad. I just have not had the time to sit down and do a full face wear test, so I wanted to be able to check in throughout the day and kind of show you how it wears on my skin. So finally we're here. Today's the day and I'm super excited. Now, I got one of these in a order that I did from Wet n Wild a couple of weeks ago, and I have no idea where that foundation went. I cannot find it. I didn't open it or anything. It was sitting on my desk and I don't know, I don't know if it accidentally fell into my trash and I threw it away. I don't know, but I did go ahead and I believe I got this from Ulta, I want to say, and I just got a little bit of a deeper color just because the other one, when it came, it looked super light. Even though I didn't actually try it on my skin, it just looked really pale. So I figured I would just go for a backup color that I could actually see them in person, and I got the color Sand Beige. So let's go ahead and prep our skin and get into the product. So to prep my skin, I'm just going to be using two of the primers that I've been obsessed with. This is the Makeup Revolution Star Primer. It's like a water gel primer, and I don't know what is in this primer, but it just feels so nice on my skin, and it's not super heavy. It just kind of feels like a moisturizer gel, but it has a little bit, it's not dry skin. I have a dry skin patch right here. It feels like a gel moisturizer, so I really like it as a primer. It feels so nice on my skin. The only thing is I don't feel like it really does a lot for my pores, so for that I go in with my e.l.f. Putty Primer and just focus that on the areas where I have a lot of pores, which is just mostly right here, and then a little on the nose and chin. Beautiful. I look super pale. Yeah. If you guys like the pink drink, try the mango passion fruit refresher with coconut milk. It's 10 times better than the pink drink. Oh my gosh. So good. So now let's just go ahead and get into the actual product itself. So this, like I said, is a stick foundation, and it has 0.42 ounces of product. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side and blend it out with a sponge, and one side blend it out with a brush, just to see which way I like it applied better. And I'm going to twist it up just so you see how much product you get. So you get that much product, which it doesn't look like a ton of product, but it's only $6, and I don't know, we'll see how much you actually need. It could, a little goes a long way. I don't know. Like I said, I've never used it, so let's see. This should be a pretty decent coverage. I think I'm just going to start off with the sponge. Just from swiping it on, it looks like it's maybe a medium coverage. Definitely not super full. But let's see how it blends out. So, I mean, it blends out really nicely, super easy. It's just, I would prefer a little bit more coverage, right here. Let's see, try and build it up, right there. That's really nice. I really like that. I feel like you can definitely build it up. I think it's a medium buildable coverage. It is super easy to blend out. It's not a super dry foundation, but it's also not super slick, kind of like the Colourpop ones. They feel really slick, where if I push my finger, it'll move the whole product. This feels like it's pretty on there. You definitely still need to set it, but it doesn't feel like it's just gonna rub away right off the bat, you know? So that's that side. And I don't think we use like that much product. I didn't swipe too much on, and that's a pretty decent coverage that we got there. I definitely didn't do my nose. Alright, so for the brush side, I'm just going to take my Kokie 618 brush, which I really like. I'm going to spritz it with a little bit of the e.l.f. Hydrating Mist, just because, I don't know, I don't like a super dry brush. I like to have a little bit of moisture on my brush, just because I feel like it helps to blend out any product. But that's just me, I don't know. So let's go ahead and blend it out. So right off the bat, I see that it's not as easily blendable with a brush as it is with a sponge. I definitely think it blended out a little bit easier on the sponge side, but I think it gives you a really nice coverage, like a little bit fuller coverage like most brushes do. So if you want a little bit of extra work on the blending side without having to use as much product, maybe the brush. I kind of feel like I prefer the brush side. I'm still going to go in with a little bit of extra, even though you don't necessarily need it, but you know, I am who I am. This is what the foundation is looking like now. I really like it. I think it's really nice, more for an everyday kind of look. I probably wouldn't go for this if I was going for a full coverage glamorous look. It just doesn't have the high intensity coverage that I would prefer for that kind of makeup look, but for an everyday kind of makeup, I feel like this would look really nice. I think the shade itself, for me personally, I could probably go like a little bit darker. It's just a little bit light, but when I put my powder and my bronzer on, it should be totally fine, so that doesn't really bother me. As far as it on the skin, it looks really nice, looks really natural. I prefer more of a mattifying look, so I feel like I'm going to like it even better once I have it all set. But just by itself, I mean, you can definitely feel it on your skin. I definitely think this is a foundation that needs to be set. Honestly, I set all my foundations, but I feel like specifically stick foundations are a little bit more creamier products in general. I feel like they definitely need to be set with a powder, especially for my skin type, just because I have combination oily skin, so I just need that longevity factor, but it's up to you. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup off camera really quickly, then we'll come back. I'll tell you my final thoughts, give you a rundown of the product itself and all of its claims, and then we'll head into the wear test. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back, and this is what the foundation looks like with the rest of my makeup on. I really like the way that it looks. It looks super natural, not natural. This is like my everyday glam natural kind of look. So I'll leave down below all of the things that I'm wearing listed. I'm actually running a little bit late for work, so I am just gonna kind of do a close-up of my skin, kind of give you my opinion so far, and then I will put in a clip of me telling you all of the claims and everything and what I think about it that I will film later on, just because I'm running late for work and I gotta go. So, but yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. Honestly, up close, I feel like it looks just a little bit like it kind of accentuates my texture. I feel like it could be a little bit more smoothing. Like, I'm so used to the Makeup Revolution or the Catrice HD foundation that are like super full coverage, and it kind of like just like makes my skin look like flawless, that because this is more of a like natural medium buildable coverage, I'm not used to like the way that it looks. But that's not to say that it looks bad at all. It's just, you know, kind of getting used to my texture and everything. Up close, I don't think it looks bad. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna last throughout the day, because even putting powders and stuff, it didn't mattify it a lot, so I feel like this might get oily throughout the day. I don't know, I just have like a feeling it's gonna get more oily, so that's something that I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out for. So the time right now is 1:55, so I have to leave at 2 o'clock, so I have about 5 minutes to finish getting dressed and leave. So I'm just gonna leave you off here, and then we'll jump into the rest of the wear test. So I'll see you right now. Alright, so I am back, and the time is now 9:30. So it's been about 7.5 hours that I've been wearing this foundation. I didn't do any touch-ups. I had planned on doing like a 3 to 4 hour checkup, but I just got super busy at work and I did not have time to check in on my phone. So unfortunately, this is going to be like the only check-in that I'll do throughout the day. But I mean, I feel like 7.5 hours is a pretty decent amount of time of wear. I feel like most people, like for a full work day, you know, this is kind of the gist of what you would be getting. This is what my foundation is looking like now. I will say it looks a little bit oily. It looks a little bit more oily because I have so many lights shining on me than it does, you know, in dimmer lighting. But my skin is a little bit oily. I feel like there is definite fading on this side. I feel like I can't really see my blush or bronzer as much anymore. Overall, other than like that fading on this side, other than that, I really don't think it looks that bad, especially for 0 touch-ups after 7.5 hours. From a stick foundation, I feel like it would be a lot worse. Definitely in the summertime, it would probably be a completely different story because it is colder. Today was more of a cold day, so the weather does definitely play a role in how your foundation, at least for me, because I have combination oily skin, you know, the weather changes my skin throughout the day. So yeah, that's what it's looking like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use my typical Palladio rice paper and see what we can get off. And if with this, I don't use actual powdered side just because it's not for my skin tone. I just use the other side. So that's as much that's on there. So not that much oil, honestly. It looks like a lot more than I think it really is. And then this is what our skin looks like after. So mattified, but I also feel like it did kind of take some of the foundation away when I did that as well, just to be aware. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with the powder and just apply a little bit back onto my face and see what that does. So this just gives us a little bit more color back, and what I like to do is just spritz my face with a little bit of a spray just to give it some moisture. So this is what my foundation looks like after about 7.5 hours and a touch up. So not terrible. Definitely you could save it a little bit. I mean, there are still some things that aren't looking great, like the fact that this area faded on that cheek and stuff like that. But if you're not carrying around your entire makeup bag and you just have like an oil absorbing sheet, a powder, and a spray, that's all you pretty much need to get a pretty decent comeback from this foundation, at least in my opinion. Alright, so let's get into a little bit of information on the product itself. So this is available on wetnwild.com. I've also seen it available in Ulta, Target, Walmart, pretty much anywhere where Wet n Wild is sold. I feel like it should have it in stores, so definitely check it out. I don't know if it would have the full range. So on wetnwild.com there is a full 21 shades. However, I definitely have not seen all 21 shades in store. So if you can't find a shade in store, just look online. I feel like they have definitely more of a variety. It's just having to choose your color online is a little bit harder than doing it in person, so that is one downside. The price is $5.99, so the same price as their liquid foundation, which is a really good foundation as well. So the price point is super awesome, and you get 0.42 ounces. So I'll just kind of compare that to the other stick foundations that I have in my collection. So the Colourpop Colourpop No Filter Foundation Stick is 0.34 grams, so you are getting more in this one. And the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation is 0.21 ounces, so again you're getting almost actually getting, yeah, you're getting twice as much in the e.l.f. one that you are getting in the Makeup Revolution. And then the last one I have is the Model's Own foundation stick, and this one is 0.44 ounces, so you're just getting a little bit more in this foundation stick than you do in the Wet n Wild one. So overall, just based on all the ones that I have, this is a either right around the same amount or more product, so pretty good amount of product in this little stick you have here. And as you saw in the demonstration, you don't need that much product anyway, so I feel like this is really gonna last you a pretty good while. So, and the fact that it's only $5.99, it's awesome, so that's great. Now let's move on to the actual claims of the product. So on the website it says, slay all day and play all night in this long-lasting multitasking cover stick. Currently available in 21 widespread shades that are flattering to a wide range of skin tones. The Photo Focus Stick Foundation delivers long-lasting coverage in a breakthrough lightweight multi-dimensional formula that applies to a flawless semi-matte finish. Infused with argan and sunflower seed oils for intense moisture and seamless blendability, or in seamless bendability. I'm assuming they meant to say blendability. I don't know. The Photo Focus Stick Foundation perfects your complexion and boosts your confidence to have you looking and feeling great from sun up to sundown. Consumer tested under 7 lighting conditions for flawless wear and no filter Instagram worthy selfies. Go ahead, choose the Photo Focus Stick as your new foundation BFF. We promise the Photo Focus Stick Foundation will not disappoint. So basically, it's saying that it's supposed to be long-lasting, lightweight, and applies to a semi-matte finish and still be moisturizing. So yeah, it is definitely lightweight. I cannot feel it on my face. It's not one of those super heavy foundation. It really honestly doesn't feel like you're wearing any makeup, which is so awesome, because like I said, I would kind of use this for more of an everyday foundation, and I don't want to feel like I'm wearing a ton of makeup every day, so even though I am. And then I would say yes, it is definitely creamy and moisturizing from those oils, so it's not gonna dry you out or anything like that. So yeah, so far I think the claims are pretty good as far as this first application. So far so good. I think I really do like this foundation. I think it's a good, more everyday foundation, more natural foundation in my opinion, just because it is, you know, pretty good, you know, medium full coverage, but it's not like gonna completely make you look super flawless. So I think this is definitely going to cover some imperfections. If you don't have a lot of hyperpigmentation or texture, I think it would be a really good, maybe even full coverage for you, but I just have more that I like to cover, and there are other foundations from the drugstore that I feel like do give me that high coverage, like the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. So if you're looking for that, this might not be the perfect foundation for you, but with stick foundations I really don't expect the highest of high coverage, but I definitely do think, you know, it is very nice on my skin, especially at this time of the year. It is a lot colder and my skin's a lot more dry, so having a creamier foundation is definitely good with my skin type right now. In the summertime, I don't know how this would do with my skin, just because like I said, I do have more oily skin in the summer, but I feel like this is a great kind of winter transitioning kind of product. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. So let me know down below if you guys have used this foundation as well, and what your thoughts are, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what kind of skin type you have, and all of that. Let me know down below. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and definitely subscribe to my channel for more videos like this and others. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.